holidays are supposed to be joyful, but for many, they come with a heavy financial weight. Between gift giving, travel, and festive gatherings, it's easy for stress to snowball and cause strife during the holidays.
And we're again joined by our friend, Dr. Jessica Britt Thomas, Director of Integrated Behavioral Health at the Department of Family and Community Medicine at MCG Wellstar, and to share some practical ways to manage emotional money worries and also protect your peace this holiday season.
Protect the peace. I love that. I love that. Yeah. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you as well. We're heading into the holiday season. Many feel like the pressure that they're going to spend more to keep comfortable with their families. Why do the holidays tend to bring up so much financial stress?
Yeah, so the holidays are the theme of love, gathering, and connection, which often brings pressures to spend money, right? Whether you're doing activities or you're gift giving. On top of that, social media, advertisements really stress buying things. I just saw something this morning. Now, ChatGPT in the next year, you can just purchase things in the app. So everything is so accessible, and spending is the narrative, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely. And we know stress affects the body and the mind.
Yes.
So what are some signs that financial stress is starting to take a toll on somebody's mental health?
Besides an empty wallet.
Besides an empty wallet, right? Which is very, very much stressful. You see it in a variety of ways, similar to just general mood disorders, but emotionally, you can definitely see that irritability or agitation, particularly when conversations around budgeting or finances or spending come up. The behavioral standpoint, you might see avoidance. That's a big thing. I don't want to talk about it. I'm avoiding bill conversations, budgeting. And then there's this thing that we like to do sometimes called stress spending. Although we don't have it, we're still spending in excess. It's another rendition of avoidance because it's just a form of a temporary coping skill for us at that time. So
I think I have that.
I think a lot of us do.
I tell you right now, the biggest arguments that Heidi and I may have, it's usually concerning budgets, and especially around the holiday season too.
Yeah.
And you mentioned people sometimes overspend because of guilt. They want to give their kids the perfect holiday. Maybe that's that trip to Disney World. How can you manage those pressures and set some healthier expectations, not just for you, but your family?
Yeah, changing the narrative of that perfection, that perfect holiday in terms of thinking about it more in presence. So I'm here with you. Kids, they need love and warmth. We talk about attachments, connections. What are memorable memories? Well, spending time together. So being transparent, especially sitting down early on as much as we can, telling our kids, hey, this year's going to look a little different. Maybe we're going to have one activity, or we're going to do something a little different, or we're going to take a trip versus spending a lot of money on gifts. But having that transparency earlier on to prepare your children so they can kind of expect what's happening will be is one of the big things.
For sure. And can we dive into some of the practical ways that families can create those meaningful holiday traditions without adding to that financial strain?
Yes, definitely. So the first thing is that you can do an activity such as make an ornament or make a card. That is killing two birds with one stone, sending out your Christmas cards. Right. Baking is another activity that you can do. The lights, going to Lights of the South, watching the lights off of the Augusta, Walton Way, is always a fun activity. Right. A family movie night in, homemade popcorn. Those things are all very inexpensive, and they create memories and connection.
Very, very easy stuff to do, and sometimes it just goes right over your head.
Right over, yeah.
That things are completely accessible like that.
Yeah, and you saying that just brought back a bunch of memories in my head too.
See, yeah.
So if someone is overwhelmed, or maybe they're embarrassed about their financial situation during the holidays, what are some ways that they can ask for help or maybe get some support?
I think more than ever, especially now, we talk about we're in the middle of a government shutdown. Financial stress is actually much more common than you think, and we're likely all experiencing it in some form or fashion. So reaching out, asking for help is not a sign of failure. It's actually kind of, being proactive around planning. So, hey, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently this year. I need some assistance with things, or where can I find different resources or avenues? In our community, we also have a lot of resources, Food Harvest Grove. We have Toys for Tots. You have a lot of profit organizations that come out during the holidays to really try and make sure that parents who have that financial burden have some outlet, have some ways of still making a meaningful experience for their children.
We definitely saw that this time last year with Hurricane Helene and the aftermath of that too. So many organizations coming out to help the kids have a nice trick-or-treat time and a good holiday season too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Great pieces to keep in mind. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
See you.